Got it. Alrighty. So in mentoring, we provide business development support for small and growing business owners. In networking, we have a network called Founders Network, where you pay a monthly subscription and you access, every month there's a resource. The resource for this month is 7 essentials for generating reliable recurring revenue. So if you're a member, you get that resource for free. We have a closed Facebook group where you can get to interact with others, and you also get to know what is happening in the community in other network spaces. We also have a network of suppliers that are interested in adding value to small business owners. And with that, you're able to access services and products at an affordable rate because we have negotiated prices for you with consultants and other service providers. In access to capital, we work with partners. Today we have Wanjiku Wambugu, the founder of Nyali Capital, who will be speaking to us on the difference of the bank, the microfinance, and the SACCO, and how you can take advantage of the services they have at Nyali Capital or at Ecobiz, which are the two companies that she runs. So moving along here, I like this slide because and I'll just I see when Chico has joined us, I'm just gonna make her a panelist so she doesn't have trouble. All right. Wanjiku, I see you have joined us. Thank you. I'll just call you up when your time comes. So I like this visual. It tells us that the first number one startup mistake is people building something nobody wants. And like I shared earlier, part of our mentoring in business development support is to help you ensure that what you have is something that people want. And it's really very easy to find out today using social media analytics, and also to make sure that you package yourself in a way that is appealing and attractive to your target audience. So we have a 12-week program called How to Build a Profitable Brand that covers who is your ideal client, what is your brand identity, what is your brand vision. We help you craft your value proposition that you can use offline and online. And then we teach you how to create content to position you as a leader in your industry, and how to start generating leads and how to convert those leads into profitable paying clients. So it's a process, and we know that business is something that you're setting up to do forever. So we don't try to cram all the information of running a business into this particular program. It's an online program, and it runs for 12 weeks, 6 sessions. You meet in a group, and 6 sessions I meet with you one-on-one and give you feedback on your assignments. And the assignment is you working on your business, you developing your brand. So the information that you come up with helps you to set up your website, and also to set up a strategy and a system of how you will consistently generate leads. And now this call I have to take. So what am I gonna do here? Hi. I'm very well. I'm in the middle of a broadcast right now, but I saw it's you. I knew it had to be important. Can I call you in an hour? I sent it already. Yes, I sent it last night. Thank you, sir. I'll call you at 9:30. Bye-bye. All right, I'm sorry about that. Thank God it's not TV. This is Founders Conversation. And life happens. So we continue here. And what I'm saying is, the biggest problem we have is people building something nobody wants. People that are passionate always build something that they like and forget about who else will like this and who will like it enough to pay for it. So a business has to be built on a product that is solving a problem. A business must be built on a product that is, how can I put this? That is meeting a felt need, all right? So it can't just be something you wish. It can't just be something your friends have told you. It needs to be something that people need, people that don't know you and don't like you. Because oftentimes our families are very good at, our families are very good at helping us, how can I say, supporting us and being helpful with what we are doing. And that's what families are supposed to do. So you need to find strangers who will say, yes, I need this thing is great. Then you know you are on track. So number one mistake is building something nobody wants. Number two is hiring poorly. There are a few here that I really like number four, failure to execute a sales and marketing strategy. Many business owners tell me they started a business, and when I say, what did you do? They say they registered, they printed business cards, they set up a website and a Facebook page, and they started networking. And that is okay, but that is not networking is just one way to generate leads. And networking is one way to generate leads offline. In the world we live in today, we all know technology is taking center space. There are many ways that you can generate leads online, and you don't have to keep boosting posts. You can do it organically. And that is one of the things that you learn in our program, how to build a profitable brand. How do you generate leads organically and build your audience? Because all those platforms, they're third-party platforms. They have an intention to make money. Even though they all started free, they had a vision to make money and to make lots of money over a long time. So if you're in any of the platforms, and when I talk about the third-party platforms, the Facebooks, the Twitters, and all those, the end goal is for you to boost as they make money. Then you reach more people. Definitely, it's not a bad thing. It's a business model. But you need to understand that you have an opportunity to build an audience, nurture that audience using other platforms without paying money all the time. And that's what you get to learn in the program, how to build a profitable brand. It's a business development support program. And then the other thing that I like about, one of the other things that I like about the startup mistakes is number 8, spending too much money. For a long time, we had an office and we were paying over 120,000. And I say over 120,000 because when we used meeting rooms, it was more and stuff like that. And I realized, that is really crazy because the people that we deal with that are coming in, especially like on Thursdays, they come in for free sessions, they get free information. It's impact to the community, but it also impacts our finances that we are not able to pay the rent. So we decided to go more digital, and that's why we have Founders Conversation online. Now we are excited. We have a company that is giving us, that will be giving us, a company that will be giving us free space every Thursday. So starting in August, we're going to be having a space where you can come and join the Founders Conversation live, meet other people and network, and then our network will kick off. All right, so number 8, spending too much money. Where is your money going? And the first Thursday of July, we had Popote Pay. Popote Pay has a software that helps you to track your money. And business owners are very poor about tracking their money because they mix their money with the business money. But with Popote Pay, you can have a way to send your business money into Popote Pay, make payments out of it. It is able to keep a track for you and to do the chart of accounts for you so that you just print out statements, and it will help you know where your money is going so that you're even better able to budget. And budgeting is really just planning your money. All right. Then the other one I see here that I like is chasing investors, not customers. In the world of investor readiness to impact investment today, I find we spend a lot of time looking for investors, but I keep making fun that nobody will give you more money until you grow your own. So it's all right to chase investors, but make sure you're going to show them how you're going to grow their money before you ask them for theirs. So I'm excited to see that Wanjiku is here. So you're going to get a real treat with her today. And our topic this month, the whole month of July, we've been talking about how to access capital to grow your business. And capital and cash flow, it's all money. Accountants have different names for the same thing. I don't know why. And the thing about it is we want more money, and we need to know what we should do to make more money. So the resource for this month is 7 essentials for generating reliable recurring revenue, because there's certain steps, there's certain activities you should be engaging in as a business owner every month to every day, not even every month, to ensure that you get the money that you want. And one of them is having a lead generation strategy. And the lead generation strategy is a formula for you to make sure that every day you're generating leads. And in the world of automation, it is possible. Every week you should count how many leads have you generated outside your networking efforts. Networking is great, but the people in your network are often your peers. They have not used your services. So when they refer you, they may not refer, they'll refer you based on what you're telling them. But people that have used your services will refer you based on what you have done for them. So it begins to get more powerful. And leads that you generate organically are coming to you because of what you have shown them you can do. So the conversion rate is much faster, but the beautiful thing is that you can measure and monitor how many leads you're getting per week, what activities are you engaging in with those leads to ensure they convert, and then you begin to see your trail of success, and then you duplicate that and you continue succeeding. So when we don't have money, I tell people it's a really simple math. When you don't have money, it's a clear sign you don't have enough clients. So the solution is not how do you call it? It's not a loan. First, the solution is get more clients. How are you getting clients? All right. So, and then if you have money and you don't know where it's going, then you need to manage your books. You need an accountant to make sure that what is coming in is spent properly and what is going out is tracked and is being used for the right purpose. So I'm just, I keep going back and forth on, here with the social media. So I just want to make sure if there are people watching here. Okay, there's some people watching. All right, great. So let's move along here. This is the moment you have all been waiting for. This morning, I told you every Thursday this month we are going to be bringing you a different speaker on how to access capital. And this morning we have Mrs. Wanjiku Wambugu, somebody I recently met, a fantastic lady, a passionate entrepreneur. And Wanjiku is the founder and chief executive at Nyali Capital Limited, a credit-only microfinancing that focuses on the economic empowerment of women, youth, and people with disability through LPO financing under the Access to Government Procuring Opportunities initiative. I found this interesting because the government gave us this initiative and said that they're going to give 30% of procurement to women, youth, and people with disability, but they forgot to give us the money. And Wanjiku has a company that focuses on, giving access to capital to this group of people, because to tender for the government, you need money. Those are huge orders, and you'll need money to supply that. So that is one of the companies Wanjiku runs. And her other company is Ecobiz SACCO, an economic empowerment of small and medium enterprises, their employees, and this also includes domestic workers. So I'm really looking forward to hearing more about Ecobiz, especially. So keep your ears on. Wanjiku will be sharing with us the difference between a bank, a microfinance, and a SACCO. And then she will tell us about the two companies and how you can access capital from those two companies. Wanjiku is an influential person in the empowerment of women and youth, seeking growth and success in their businesses as well as their personal development. I'm sorry. Wanjiku is also a director with the Kenya National Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Mombasa County. She was awarded the Best Woman in Business of Mombasa edition in 2018 by Kenya National Chamber of Commerce. Wanjiku is a mom, a wife, and she is happily married with 3 boys, Eddie, Eric, and Jimmy. I'm really sorry, I'm getting over this cold. And I'm gonna let Wanjiku come in now. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. Then I'm gonna invite Wanjiku. Wanjiku, good morning. All right, you're looking pretty there. Let's make sure that you're unmuted so we can hear you. Panelists too. Okay, we unmute you. All right, you're good to go. So
Yeah.
karibu sana. How is Mombasa?
Mombasa is hot.
Wow. The other day I
It's
was
been,
there, it was wonderful. It wasn't too hot.
it hasn't been hot. It was raining yesterday a lot.
Okay.
And today it's hot. It's hot today. It's been very wet.
Wow.
And I think we prefer it this way.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And
Yeah.
I'm just going to unleash you to tell us a little bit about yourself and
Yeah.
in the context of your two companies, Nyali Capital. I love them behind you there, and Nyali Capital and Ecobiz. So just give us a little bit background. What motivated you to start both companies? When did you start them? Take your time. It's your show.
Oh,
Karibu.
thank you, Freda. I take this opportunity to thank you again for the invitation to be here and
Thank
to
you.
say what I do. It's truly an honor.
Wow.
Thank you.
Karibu.
My business skills, I would say, started from way back when I was working for Unga Limited.
Okay.
That was around 2002, 2003. And we were felt, as colleagues, we were feeling like we are not growing in terms of our salaries, and we needed to do more.
Okay.
So we could now get into the bus to go to Kampala.
To do what in Kampala?
Buy clothes, jeans, trousers, jeans, jackets, and come sell in Mombasa. And no, Nairobi. That time I was living in Nairobi.
You're kidding me. You sold jeans.
Seriously. Oh, we did. And shirts.
Wow.
That is when the journey of entrepreneurship started, going back
Okay.
that time. So even by the time I also had to move to Mombasa to join my husband in 2009.
Okay.
Again, I didn't see a career path in the organization that I was working for. I was working for government, Kenya Dairy Board. And I started looking out here, like, what else can I do? So here again, I started with the honey. I could get it from Nairobi, sell it in Mombasa. It really helped me learn about this place, learn so many places. I know every panya route around. I know the cultures better, because again, it's a new area and people are different and I appreciate them as they are. So that really helped me. Again, I did water. I was a distributor of Kerengate water
Oh,
for some
okay.
time. I have sold eggs here. I keep on saying I was importing them from Thika.
I like that. So you have done county trade.
Yeah, so the story of Nyali Capital is just what people see. The story of Ecobiz SACCO is what people see today. But
Yes,
the journey started way back.
I
So I'm
like
glad
that.
to be here. And when I left employment now, I also needed to do something that's formal.
Okay.
Uh, you know, also like going back to what your parents would want you to do. Like when you
Yes.
stop working from a 9 to 5 job and you want to do business, my parents, of course, thought it's not the way it should be. My big brothers thought it's not the way it should be. So there's a lot of discouragement, like, oh, you have money, yeah. But then I had to leave. I
What did
had
they
to leave.
want you to do?
I mean, employment is easier. You got a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Easy.
easier. I think it's a lot easier. Until now, it stops being as comfortable as probably where I would have liked to go. And that is what I experienced here in Mombasa.
Okay.
And in the search for what I needed to do, I consulted. And I borrowed this idea. I keep on saying that I borrowed this idea from a friend who kept on telling us that this is a business that he was running it in Nairobi. And he kept telling us that this is something else you can be able to start in Mombasa. So I studied his business and I thought I could be able to do this one.
Wow.
So I went into his business premises in Nairobi. He's situated
Yes.
in Westlands. And he was willing to give us all information that we needed. So in as much as this business of microfinance and SACCO is run by people who've worked for the bank before,
Yes.
it's not the case for us.
Because I always thought you worked in a bank.
No, I've never worked in a bank. I'm an accountant.
Oh my God. Good to know.
Yeah, yeah. So, but then we came in now, started the office in 2013. We
Yes.
started the Nyali Capital, targeting the business people, lending micro between 5,000 and 50,000. Actually, most of it was going to 10,000, 20,000,
Okay.
maximum 50,000, and for that one was huge.
50,000.
Yeah, it was huge. That one we needed some good security. Um,
I like
we,
that.
and we continue to listen to the market. That bit we did. And there's something you have shared earlier that we start a business on the line that we like, on our passion.
Yes.
But do you ask yourself what the customer needs?
He's passionate about.
You have to. You have to. That is what we did. And when the
Yeah.
opportunity of AGCO came knocking in around, I think in 2014, the same customers, the same business customers that we had at the time are the same ones who could come with an LPO, and you're thinking, how do I partner? But then the amount was a lot more. Maybe they have an LPO for 300,000. So they're looking for around 120,000, 160,000. You're thinking, my maximum is actually 50, but then how? But then that became actually our opportunity. As I said earlier, the idea that we had at the beginning was given. So studying my market, our niche became the one for LPO financing. That one we found it.
Okay.
We do it in
So
such a unique way. Yeah.
you just started with anybody?
No, one of our customers, a business loans customer, whom we had
Yeah.
financed before at her business,
Yes.
and then she now acquired an LPO, and she came back
Okay.
to us.
Okay.
And we started thinking, so how do we come in here?
Yeah.
And that is how I said the LPO financing product was created from that one lady.
Okay.
We've never turned back.
Yeah.
Because it's a group of women who would come, they have a tender, they want a tender, they have
Yes.
the LPO, they do not have
Yeah.
the money, and they do not have security.
Okay.
Yeah, they are at that point. So clearly no bank will look at them.
Yeah.
So we were stuck with them. And we had to
Wow.
find a solution. So that's the solution we found for them. So we are able to lend to them without necessarily asking for that physical security. How easily do we do that? Because we have
Yeah.
partnered with banks, such that if your money is paid into a particular account, then you're not able to withdraw that amount because you've given instructions to the same bank that when this money is received, the money is transferred first, this amount to Nyali Capital.
Okay.
So it's a win-win. So you get to do your work,
Yeah.
you're paid, and at the same time, we are also paid. We do finance 100% on cost.
100%.
100% on cost.
So if my LPO is 500,000, you give me 500,000.
How much do you need to finance that LPO,
Oh yeah, I
Freda?
don't know. Maybe 300,
Because
depending on how much I've
because
covered in
500,000 includes your profit, right?
That's right.
So
Yeah.
you probably need 250, 300.
300.
So we give you the 300,000.
Wow.
So we
That's
we actually say we partner with you.
Yeah.
So because you also have to follow up and see, did you even do the work anyway?
And that's risky, but yeah, I guess everything comes with its risk.
You're clinching at hearing that.
Yeah, just imagining if somebody says, because when we talk to the bank, they're always talking about how people divert funds, especially professionals when they borrow money. You know, they divert funds and then they don't do what they wanted to do, then kulipa inaanza kuwa matanga.
I know, and people are always looking for those opportunities to divert the funds anyway. I mean, they are there. Not that you haven't seen them.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's also human nature sometimes. Like, if you don't want
We
to
have so
pay.
many ones. Tuko na mahitaji mob.
I think so. So that's why we say we partner. We want to know if you're repairing a road, you must come to site.
Or you go to that part of your due diligence.
We do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Fantastic.
we are saying this is our money.
Yeah. You want to know
So
where
we
it's
got to,
going.
yes, we need to follow and see where it's going.
I like that. Okay.
If you don't want to be followed like that, then if you can give us a security, then there's no
Okay.
problem. But if there's no security, we have got to follow it very closely.
So do you
But and
ask for
again,
instances where you ask for security?
yes, there are chances where you have to ask for security. Because if you don't want to be followed like that, then we're like, okay, fine. Then how do we get, what's the comfort then for us?
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that. So excellent. So I like what you said. You said that you listened to the market, and that's what made you carve out a niche for the LPO, for the
Yeah.
entrepreneurs. And
Yeah.
entrepreneurs do need money. And then you also, another thing I like to say that partnering with the banks have helped. Because a lot of times I find that people want to do big business and they want to do it on their own. Can you please tell us a little bit about partnerships and what value have you found in partnering?
Um, I keep on saying that in business, the challenge of today
Yes.
um, is easier than the challenge of tomorrow.
Okay.
So you actually partner out of necessity.
You
For
out of
instance,
necessity. Okay.
out of necessity, I don't
Okay.
even think you choose to. You can't
Okay.
sit in the office now and waiting for customers and you're thinking, my maximum loan amount was 50,000. Now I have to disburse 300,000 to 1, 2, 3, many more. Where would I get this money from?
Yeah.
I have to walk into a bank. I have to tell them, this LPO is from this organization. They pay in this time. And I need, and clearly the bank will not be able to lend to this client. To them,
But
it's
they
a
can
risky
let you.
client, but they can lend me.
I like that. So you are bridging the gap, which is
I bridge the gap, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then we're also able to do it so fast because there isn't much bureaucracy involved. Because sometimes we are so involved that we're able to see from end to end, you know?
Yeah.
We are able to see from end to end because of that involvement.
Yes.
So I know this is the work you're doing. You're likely to be paid this time.
Yeah.
And again, the partnership doesn't end with the bank. We have to confirm the LPO. So the institution that
Okay.
offered issued you with the LPO, we have to call and find out whether this is a genuine LPO.
Oh,
Is
one
calling,
period.
is calling even enough? No, it's not enough. We have to visit the institution.
Really?
Yes, we have to. So partnership is everywhere, Frida. It's all across the board.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you visit the so but how long does it take? How long does the process take?
Once you have all the documents that we require from you, it
Yes.
requires us just 24 hours.
Oh, really? So it's really up to me to make sure I get all my documents
Right.
to you, then I get the
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. So and so the due diligence when you ask me for the documents within 24 hours I get the money.
Yeah.
All right. So you said you had started with 5,000 to 50,000. Right now, do you have a threshold?
Um, we do have a threshold
Okay.
because we don't want to disburse more than 5 million at a go.
Okay.
We'd rather do disburse the same to say 2 or 3 clients and maybe spread the risk.
Okay. Okay.
But what we do, Frida, is that we get you started. That's, that's my value proposition.
You get us started, which is important.
I
Sometimes you
get
just need
you.
to start. Yeah.
Yes, I just need to get you started. And I always say that I can even finance 100 million more than LPO because you
Fantastic.
don't require the 60 million, the 10 million at a go. You
Yeah.
probably just require 3 million.
Get started, get some money
Get
in.
started, get on site. maybe according to your BQ or plan of work, you reach a certain stage, you can invoice, you can raise your first certificate, and you're paid, say, you're 10 million at first.
Yeah.
Pay me my 3 million. Continue with the work.
That's right.
If towards the end there you also realize, wow, I still need more, come back for another 3 million. So what we do is that we get you started. We don't need to get stuck. Where you're seeing darkness, where you're seeing like there is darkness, please come.
There's no light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
The proverbial channel. I like that. Because
Yeah.
I really like that, because that's a big lesson for entrepreneurs, because many times we have a big dream and it's good to dream big, and we think that we have to have all the money before we get started. So a lot of people stay paralyzed waiting for all the money before to start. So I think what you've said is very helpful, and I hope somebody listening will get that wisdom, that find a starting place and start. And I find that when you start, things start moving, other doors start opening also.
I tell you, it's possibility.
Yeah. So I like the sound of that. So in Nyali Capital, you say that, I think I read somewhere that you empower people. So apart from giving them money, lending them money, you're not giving them money. In case somebody comes and knocks at your door, I heard you're giving money.
No, I'm lending.
You're lending money, exactly. So apart from lending money, are there other programs that you provide the entrepreneurs, entrepreneurs that come to you?
What we do that more of one-on-one. Right now, there are a number of people who know about the tendering processes there. And because they have been attending the sensitization forums that are given by the various government institutions and parastatals. So what we do when we know those, say, all these, say, Kenya Pipeline, Kera, Rural Road, and many others, usually they advertise in the papers and say there's a sensitization forum. So we are able to mobilize our people so that they go there and receive the information from even the procurement authority.
Yes.
So that they are told what to do and what not to do. The other bit that we do now at our level is sometimes, especially the people who are starting to do tenders, they're so excited to get the document, the LPO document, but they sometimes miss to read the details. So we also have to go back and say and ask, what exactly did the user want, so that we also don't supply the wrong thing.
So you're the one asking, not the LPO holder.
Oh, we have to ask. Is this what you really meant?
Okay.
You get, and then when it comes maybe even to invoicing, we also help in the documentation, because at times you invoice, maybe you needed to have a delivery note, the other documents that are needed by the organization, which you're not able to provide. So we are able to help you to see that you're also not delaying your payment because of issues from your end. So it's a work of a partnership that we actually do with this group of people, including the youth. Yeah.
Including the youth, because they're new to this.
They are also new to this. Yeah, and even when we have a group that now knows about it, there are people who are learning this today, so we still have to go back to nursery. I like saying that. The nursery school we went to, Frida, I'm sure it's still there. Even when you have gone to many other schools and advanced your education, the nursery school is still there. So we still have to go back to nursery and find out.
The basics.
Others have grown, but still, we still need to grow others who are coming up.
That's right, because that's the foundation. I really like that. And in that, I also hear partnership again, because you know the people that are providing the information that they need, and you send your people there, because information is critical, because tendering for a long time was left for special people, but now it was opened up, so we don't know everything. So it's good to know that you help people read the documents, help them know when to invoice, and you'll be surprised that invoicing is a weakness that most entrepreneurs have. We get excited to make the sale, but we take time before we invoice. We're expecting the person to pay. Then the person, when we look for money, you haven't sent an invoice. They start counting the 30 days, you get upset.
Yeah, there are times they will also tell you that they have invoiced, and then you find out they have not invoiced.
So entrepreneurs really need to go to that nursery school.
You do. You
Yeah.
can't keep getting annoyed with your clients. I think you always look for ways and solutions towards you guys meeting at all times. And again, you don't start a business to close, Frida. There's sometimes these
I
issues
like that.
come along. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to give them, there are times they will delay, someone will delay, someone will also get crafty and divert. But you're still looking at, we know you'll come back, and you know they come back. I will
Yeah.
not remind you of that story.
I
We're
like
just like,
that.
yeah, this debt is still outstanding. And they're coming for
They're
more
a
debt.
compassionate lender. You don't
They
send
have
that
a,
option on us.
they
My
have
goal
a
is
new
just to get
LPO,
out
but you
of
pay
debt.
for the other one.
Because people who, when you owe somebody money, the day they are broke and they remember you, there's no coming out of it.
Yeah.
Because
No.
they want their money, they want it now. No compassion. So
Now.
I like
No.
that you're a compassionate lender.
No, you come
Well
and you
done.
listen to me. You are coming, you have a new LPO, and there's
Yes.
another one that you diverted somewhere. And we know, we are not hiding. We are not telling people out there. It's us. Us, we know
You're
already.
not putting us on social media.
No.
God bless you. God bless.
You'll come and I'll give you additional debt so that we are able to pay that first one from this current one. Because the
I
other one was
really
paid
like
and there's
that.
no money now. What do we do? That's our business, Frida.
I like that. I hope people that are going into
Yeah.
money lending, or anybody who has lent money and has not been paid, is listening to Wanjiku here. So thank you for being a compassionate lender. Now, moving along, I want to look at the time here.
Mm-hmm.
If you're watching online and you have any questions for Wanjiku, thank you so much for everybody who has joined. Please make sure that you put your questions. If you're on Zoom, put your questions on the question and answer, on questions and answer. If you're out of Zoom, if you're on Facebook, just put your question in the comment section, all right? And I'm going to ask Wanjiku for you. So Wanjiku, thank you so much for telling us about Nyali Capital and how that has grown. So now I'd like you to tell us about Ecobiz. What's the difference between a SACCO and a microfinance? Why do we need both? Or do we
Uh,
need one?
you need both. You need to have options. At Nyali Capital, as you have listened, then you come and you finance your 100% on cost. So it means you haven't saved anything with us. We are credit only. You don't have to save with us, not at all. You come with your LPO, we finance that, and once you pay, the relationship is cut. However, with the Ecobiz SACCO, then you're meant to save. The idea is to save. Say you save for 6 months, that's the way we do it. And then after the 6 months, you're eligible to take a loan up to 3 times of your savings.
Okay.
For me, I find this as the most sustainable way of financial empowerment. Because first, the loans that you get from your savings, usually it's cheaper.
Okay.
Because you already have your savings there. For the entrepreneurs especially, when you get used to borrowing all the time and you don't save, then I think there's some disconnect because you're somehow not even putting anything aside when you realize your payments.
Yeah.
So it's a way of saving so that even the next time you come, you can decide, should I borrow from the SACCO or should I borrow from Nyali Capital? At Nyali Capital, I'll charge you 7% per month on the first month.
Yeah.
But at Ecobiz SACCO, when you borrow and the repayment period is longer, the Nyali Capital repayment period is only 3 months. They can only go up to a maximum of 3 months. After all, clearly, then we don't have deposits from the public. We don't take deposits from the public. So at the SACCO, however, you pay your loan even up to 48 months. So you can really fit yourself whether you want to do it in 6 months, in 12 months, and so on.
Okay.
And then I call it pension freedom. As entrepreneurs, what is your pension really? But my savings at the SACCO for me is I say it's my pension. And I can borrow on it. I know it's there. I'll get it the day I want to exit and so on.
Yeah.
And the target for the SMEs, for the SACCO for me was an SME like me and my few employees. Why?
Okay.
They say that if your business that you start survives 3 years, then it shall go, it's okay. You're on a good track. Suppose
Yes.
it doesn't. I want that staff that I started with
To have something.
to have something that they can take home with, so that the next 2-3 months, they can be looking for another job or whatever it is, because
Yeah.
they can get their savings back. So it's for us as SMEs and also our employees. And employees both at the office and our support system at home. So there's also a product even for domestic workers.
I like that you said that you have something for domestic workers too, because we
Yeah,
don't do anything for them. And I'd like to hear more about what are the say, how much can one save? Is there a threshold of the least and the most, or is it open? Tell us a little bit how it works, just in case there's somebody listening and saying this is something they want to consider. And it doesn't matter where you are in the country, isn't it?
yeah, it doesn't matter where we are, where you are, because we have an office here in Mombasa, we also have an office in Nairobi, and we also have an
Okay,
office in Eldoret, and we also online. I mean, like the pay bill and so on.
that's
You can
right.
reach us at any point. So what
Okay,
happens is that to join, you only need 550 for the normal savings product.
550, okay.
550 to join, and
Uh-huh.
1,000 is the minimum, and 1,000 is the minimum that you can save per month.
1,000, okay.
There is another item called the share capital. Amongst your savings, the share capital is 1,000 shillings only.
Okay,
Yeah. But we have the BD product, the one that we target our domestic workers. The
okay.
registration is only 220 shillings.
220,
And your
okay.
minimum savings per month is 500.
Okay,
And lately we have this partnership we started with Mombasa AA Driving School, where we can advance you the fees to AA Driving School as the
okay.
SACCO, and you pay direct to AA Driving School. You continue with your classes as you pay. And why was
Really?
this? Yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I have a testimonial from my own house help
Yes.
and a gardener that I had at the time.
Yeah.
Both of them today, they are drivers.
Wow. So
Yeah.
how much does AA charge nowadays?
At the moment, it comes to around 21,000. We have tried to strike a relationship with the one in Nairobi, and I saw a
Okay.
figure of like 21, 22,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
the
we
so
lend you
there's
that in
something.
advance.
Okay,
Yeah.
you lend in advance. Uh-huh.
And then you continue with the classes.
Okay.
And because you are continuing to work, you repay your loan as you continue saving.
And that means I like that. That means that I need to have saved enough, because 21, I need to have 7,000, because you're giving me 3 times my savings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I need to have the savings to enable, which will allow me to get 21,000.
You're right. You're right.
How much do they pay per month for that? And for how long?
It depends. We are very flexible when it comes to that. Yeah?
Okay.
Because you can pay up for as long, because our repayment period is 48 months.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you're to repay 21,000 in 48 months, that's quite affordable.
Okay.
If not,
Yes.
uh, if not, you want to pay in a year, depending on your capacity to pay. You really fit
Wow.
yourself between 1 year, 6 months, and the 48 months.
Okay.
Yeah, and at the same time, you continue saving, remember? So by the time you're finishing paying up this loan, your savings,
You
if you
still
had
have money.
7,000, it has grown.
I like that.
And then these people start to respect their jobs. They won't
That's
just
right.
leave. They won't
Yeah.
just leave. No, no.
I
And then
like
with the
that.
additional skill, because I asked my husband at some point, what do you want to do once you're done with this work? And she's like, business. What business? People think business is easier. But I thought, let's have this one additional
I want to be
skill.
my own boss. They don't know being a boss is work.
Yeah, it's work. It's
Yeah.
really, it's
You have
not
to pay
easy.
the bills for you and others.
Indeed, indeed.
I'm going to
Yeah,
start for my house help this month.
thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So I see you have behind there that you have individual membership and group
Yeah,
membership. How does
yes.
group membership work?
There are people who are already in groups, as you know, obviously.
Yes.
So they come together and they would like again to save and do projects together.
Yeah.
Previously, we had a group that was doing a borders, so that they could buy the borders on a merry-go-round to each one of them.
How
So
much is the motorbike right now? Is it over 100,000?
it's between 90,000. That's what I've seen. 90,000, maybe 110K.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So
when
they
they
can
save
save as a group.
they can save as a group. So the registration for a group is 1,100, and they are able to save 2,000 shillings each month as a group.
Ah, okay. So 1,100 for the group.
Yeah, registration.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
and the requirements are easy, even for both individual and for groups. It's just your ID. You fill up the
Huduma
application
number.
form. Huduma number, I think we are still waiting.
Thank you, Jesus. Please wait. So so when you say the group they give from 2,000 a month, so that means
Yeah.
they have, so within the group they're probably giving 100 bob or 200 bob or something.
Something affordable, because
To
they're able to
them.
measure, to weigh themselves as to how much they are earning per day.
I like
Yeah.
that. And then they are also able to borrow 3 times of what they have in their kitty.
They are. So if they are able to also to save in larger amounts, then it depends on their goal at the end of the day. What do we want?
That's
We want
right.
to have what? How many people motorbikes by this time? So
That's
can we
right.
then up our game? Yeah.
I had a group, we're going to start another one. I hadn't thought like that. I like that group one. Because like, you know how people do table banking?
Yeah.
So you can put some shares for table banking and some put away in the SACCO, for long-term
Yeah.
lending. I think that is,
Yeah.
I think that is really cool. Alrighty.
Yeah.
I'm just going to look here if we have any questions. We have a number of people who have joined online, and sometimes I think I look at the wrong place. I'm just going to quickly, if you have any questions and you're online, let me see here. Please, okay, thank you so much for joining. I see Carol, Millicent Kahemba, John Kimeu, John Walala. Is that John Walala? All right, Akech. Thank you so much for joining. If you have any questions for Wanjiku Wambugu, please let me know. She has been talking to us today about Nyali Capital Limited, which is a company that she founded in Mombasa after being a serialpreneur. she worked at Unga, she sold honey, she sold water, she has sold jeans and eggs. I'm like, what? So and now she's the founder of Nyali Capital, where they provide access to capital especially for women, youth, and people with disability, people who do tenders. And they've specialized in that niche because she told us that they listened to what the market needed. And you know that when ACCO came out, the 30% procurement by the government initiative came up, many people were jumping into it, but they didn't know where to get the money, and the government didn't make a good provision for that. So thank God for companies like Nyali Capital Limited. You can access the capital that you need to meet your tender. She started by lending between 5,000 to 50,000, and now they have a threshold, a growing threshold of 5 million. And basically they look at the due diligence is simple. They look at who is giving you the LPO, how much is the LPO. They help you, they finance you 100% of what you need to fulfill your LPO. And then what else? I know the question they're going to ask is how much interest? The famous question. Yes.
Yeah, indeed.
Maybe you can jump in and tell us that.
The interest that we charge is actually now reduced to 7% per month.
Okay.
On the first month, we do 7%.
Okay.
If the money delays for an extra month, we only charge you 5%.
Okay.
And any subsequent month is 5%. But of course, we like to keep it up to a maximum of 3 months.
Okay, I like that. That's important. That it's for 90. You bridge the gap for money for 90 days.
Yes.
And do you find that they're getting paid on time to meet this obligation? the
What
LPOs
I've
that
also
you're
seen,
financing?
what happens mostly is even the clients themselves, the suppliers and the contractors themselves, they target institutions that pay in good time.
I
They've
like
known
that. So it's
now
not
who,
that
yeah, they
all of
now know
government
who
doesn't pay.
doesn't
There's
pay.
some
Yeah,
people
they
who
know
pay.
who is paying and they know who is not paying.
Good.
So
I like that.
again, you focus with those ones who also have tenders from institutions that pay, because others that don't pay, then we all tie up our money and we get very upset. So we prefer to be happy, all of us.
I I absolutely like that. So as I get ready to close here, Wanjiku, thank you so much for coming. I asked you a question. I asked you what was your favorite, one of your favorite books, and you say it was Outliers. All right.
Yeah.
Why did you like that book, and what lessons did you get out of it that you can share with our listeners this morning?
I remember sharing the one for 10,000 hours is the magic number of greatness.
Yes.
And it's just about hard work. That's like now people know Nyali, know me by Nyali Capital, but they don't know the story of the jeans.
Yes. You have put in 20,000 hours. If
I
you
have
go back
put
to
in many hours there behind the scene.
yeah.
For
Yes.
people to see what is shining. So I think I would only just encourage people to work hard. It will not go wrong. And I don't know whether it's in the same book or in another one that I read that says if you want to know somebody's priority, check their bank account and their diary.
Okay.
Yeah, it will tell you what priorities, what is Frida giving priority to.
If you look at my calendar, you'll get dizzy. On Thursday, on Thursday I have appointments with founders. Like right now, when I finish with you,
Yeah.
I have a 10 o'clock all the way until 4:30.
Wow.
So people say I
That is
don't pick my
working hard.
phone. I don't pick my phone. I don't answer questions. You see, there's something you said that's very critical. You said listening to the market. All right. And how do you listen to the market? You hang out with your customers. All right. And the easiest way for me to hang out with my customers is to provide free service for them, to give them answers for their for their problems. So every Thursday, we call Thursdays Founders Day at Passion Profit. So
Oh,
8:30, yeah, 8:30 to 9:30, we do the broadcast. We've been doing this, I think now this is the third year in
wow.
different formats. All right.
Wow.
So in fact, ever since we started, I want to say, because we started in 2010, then after 1 or 2 years, people liked the mentoring, the one-on-one support more than the classes.
Yeah.
So we've always had a day in the office where you can walk in and get help. And then now because of traffic, people will get late, they won't show up. You can get online. All those calls are taken online. You can take it on your phone anywhere you're at. You can get on video like this, the way we are talking. So you're not late. You're not lining up like in a clinic. It used to be like a hospital. All right. So now you book yourself online. You choose the
Yeah.
time that you want, and I answer your question. So if you look at my calendar, that is what you find full on my calendar. If you look at my bank account, maybe that's a story for another day. But I'm going to look at it myself before I tell the public.
Yeah, and you can also be checking that for clients so that you tell them, I think what you're saying and what I'm seeing, there's a discrepancy.
When I talk to clients, the first question I ask them normally is, how much did you make last month?
Yeah.
They never want to say. And I'm like, if you're in business and you don't know how much you're making, you're in trouble. All right.
You must know the numbers.
Yeah, it's like when you go to the doctor and the doctor tells you where it's hurting, you tell them here. They tell you, okay, open your shirt. You can't hide.
No.
Because you can't help. So I'm always,
Uchi hazai.
that's right. So I tell them, Hapa, we have to let's tell it like it is, because that's how we'll get help.
Yeah.
So I like that we check your bank account and we check your diary. I'm gonna write on that definitely.
Yeah.
So Wanjiku, thank you so much. This has been very informative. And for
Thank
those
you.
that are watching, if you have any question again, please post your questions on Facebook. And how can we get Nyali Capital?
Yeah,
www.nyalicapital.co.ke.
.co.ke. Yeah.
All right. And what about Ecobiz? I'm very interested in Ecobiz.
Yeah. www.ecobizsacco.com.
Ecobizsacco.com. And I'm going to
Yeah.
put them on the Facebook page. This video is going to be on our Facebook page and also on our YouTube channel, Founders Channel. Our Facebook page is Passion Profit Brands. And you can reach out to Wanjiku's company at Nyali, www.nyalicapital.co.ke. She has able people who are going to be able to help you. Please make sure you're saving some money for you, your employees, and your domestic workers. And you can do that with Ecobiz SACCO, www.ecobizsacco.com. And just before I close up, I'm going to share with you again what is our resource for this month so that you can have that. And I need to pull it up before I share the screen. I'm becoming a little smarter now. I hope I get it right. Okay, here we are. And our resource for the month is, of course, next week we're going to continue the conversation. Next week, we're going to have a good friend of mine, what's her name? Stephanie Nguku. And Stephanie Nguku is, I'm seeing two screens. I'm not sure which one. Okay, there we go. Stephanie Nguku is the founder of Upscale Consulting. We have had Elizabeth Okunda, head of sales and marketing from Fax, who talked to us about working capital. Mary will not be able to be joining us this time. And today, Wanjiku shared with us about Nyali Capital, where you can get financing for your tenders. If you have tenders and you're looking for money, you can access that capital there. And you can also have a savings and loan scheme for you and your staff members and your domestic workers with her twin company called Ecobiz. And all these companies are online, let me not forget Nyali Capital, nyalicapital.co.ke or ecobizsacco.com. Next week, Stephanie is a consultant that helps entrepreneurs get investor ready. So she's going to be sharing with you what are the things that you need to prepare before you go out looking for an investor. And every month at Passion Profit, we have a resource. This month, our topic is how to access capital to grow your business. And I often make fun and say that if you cannot grow your own money, nobody's going to give you any more. And we have this fantastic resource, the 7 essentials of generating reliable recurring revenue. We have online courses that we do every month. And this month, this is the resource for the month. And you can get this resource for free if you sign up for our email list. So if you sign up for our email list, you get this resource for free.